Hey guys, this is Magic here, and it's time to cover the promos because some more were added to the upcoming calendar, which is weird because I think last time I checked we knew them out to March, but now we know them out to June. So just as a wrap up, January, which is right now, it's almost coming to a close, which is good because it's Noose Constrictor. This is the FNM promo that every LGS gets 4 of, and typically what happens is the top 2 players, first and second place, get 1 each, and then they give them out to 2 random people. That's the typical suggested recommended way to do it. Not everybody follows that, but if it's less fair than that, feel free to complain to your LGS owner. So yeah, Noose Constrictor is complete garbage. Nobody plays this card. I've never seen anybody play this card ever. Oh, you can discard a card to make it a 3/3 reach, which everybody can see. It's right there in front of their face, not even an ambush. I mean, this is just utterly stupid. Oh, and yeah, everybody's playing Green Madness. Totally. Instead of this, I would seriously just put in like Plummet or something or whatever. So then February is Fortune's Favor. It looks amazing. I love Sphinxes. It's not technically a Sphinx card, but there's a Sphinx on it. And that's a Sphinx effect. I mean, the Sphinx of Uthun. In fact, that literally might be the Sphinx of Uthun in there. No, it doesn't really look like him. Hard to say, but speaking of that, Sphinx of Uthun is a better version of this effect. So target opponent looks at the top 4 cards of your library. You're completely blind on them and separates them into 2 piles, one face up, one face down. Then you choose which one goes into your hand and which one goes in your graveyard. So usually it would be 2 and 2. Sometimes it would be 1 and 3. So you could say, oh, for 4 mana, you're drawing 3 cards. Well, if they went 1-3, you should probably pick the 1. I mean, that's a pretty good indicator. So there's a little bit of trickery that can go on, but almost the worst thing that could happen is like there's 2 good cards and they put them in 2 different piles so you can only get 1 of them. So, I mean, you're almost guaranteed to get something cool unless there's like 3 lands that you don't need and then they put 1 land in a moderately good card face up and then you're like, oh, there must be something better in the face down pile and it's actually 2 lands. Okay, they gotcha. Or actually, they could put like pretty good card face up, and then 1 who knows card face down. You're like, wow, it must be powerful. And then you pick it and it's some garbage, useless card. I mean, who wouldn't pull the 3 though? If they're 3 solid cards, I mean, it almost doesn't matter what's face down. You would want the 3. So, I mean, there's, a little fun to be had with this little game show action, little pick a door kind of thing going on, but, still a dumb card, nobody plays it. And there are actually, I kid you not, better versions of this effect in Standard right now. Like one was in Eldritch Moon, I'm pretty sure. I think the other one is like you choose which ones are face up and face down, and then your opponent chooses which one you get. I think there's more opportunity for trickery there, and that's just a better form of it. But this is a 4 cost, it's an instant. It gets you more cards. The downside is you show your opponent more cards from your deck, and then they know how to sideboard better against you, and that's never good. So I want this just because of the artwork. I mean, they could make a 1/1 for 1 with no abilities, and if the artwork's cool or just for absolutely no reason, it could be a damn stick figure. I don't care. It's a limited run card. Of course, I want it a little bit, but remember they printed Path to Exile as a promo. That was like a $10 promo or like $8 at the time. Yeah, people wanted that a little bit. I think that version's like $14 or $15 right now. So, yeah, people really wanted that because that was just universal and worthwhile without getting nuts with it. So people are saying they need to do that more often, and that's debatable. So March is going to be Incendiary Flow. This just isn't a great card. It's just something you might throw into red if there's room and if you feel like it. So not, the most inspired card ever, not remotely expensive either. For 2 as a sorcery, you can deal 3 damage to target creature or player. So you got the flexibility of a lightning bolt there. And then, if the creature dealt damage this way would die, you exile it instead. So if it has an on-death trigger, good for you. If it was an instant, it would be pretty nuts. I think a lot of people do play this, but even now there's a little bit better ways to blow stuff up. 3 damage to the player could be game-winning under the right circumstances if you top deck this late, and it might affect the way that they block stuff. It might force them into emergency blocking. So you can't really say it's a bad card, but I can't even remember the last time somebody played this, So it's just an okay card. I mean, it's not a horrific card. It's a good card. It's like a mediocre-ish card. But it's not amazing, and it's not worth any amount of money. So let's fast forward to April. Servo I can't even say it. I keep wanting to say expedition. It's not an expedition. Exhibition. See those 2 exhibitionists? Just kidding. Wow, what an unfortunate artwork to put up with that name with the little double entendre there. So anyway, yeah, 2 servos for 2 mana. I don't give a crap that it's a sorcery. Neither does anybody. I mean, honestly, just pretend it's a creature summoning because it is. That card is hyper powerful. A lot of people like to chain the 4 cost that drops out 3 and then lets you cast a spell for free. Boom, drop out 2 more. You got 5 for 4. That's not bad. You can put it in that, combo deck where you get out 8 of anything and win. It's just a good card. It's a very solid card. I mean, once again, it's completely worthless, but people might pay, I don't know, $2, $3, $4 in trade for this one, maybe. I don't know. I think under foil, it's not really going to pop. It's going to kind of look dull with that color choice. I mean, why would you want like the brick to stand out? And then that metal is an awfully dark color. So it'd be like weird if just their sleeves were standing out on foil. So I think they just kind of matted the whole thing. I don't know. It looks weird to me. It's a solid card, though, so they're kind of working their way up. In fact, in May, we've got Unlicensed Disintegration. Now, look at that artwork. He's, like, tearing into the fabric of space and time or something. I don't know. And the machine looks cool as hell. I mean, it just looks awesome. Once again, I don't think it's going to look spectacular in foil, but it has some potential. The whole entire artwork is awfully dark, but it just looks cool. And this is a solid card. Now, you're basically pinned down to running then a deck of these 2 colors, red and black, but it is classic red and black fused together. So destroy target creature, there's the black part. In red, it would be, deal 3 damage to target creature. Well, might not kill it. Red removal is pretty darn unreliable. Then, if you control an artifact, which then you're pinned down to that type of deck, it also deals 3 damage to that creature's controller. That's huge. I mean, 3 damage when you already blew apart one of their creatures, and then you might swing with something and do even more damage because the blocker's out of the way. That's pretty good. Plus, this is an instant. So it only goes in a very specific type of deck, but it is super hyper powerful. Once again, not really very expensive. I think it's right around, 25 or 50 cents a card or something. It's basically worthless. So this version, I mean, will it really get up in the price? Probably not. But at least some people might be interested in it. I'd say this is a little bit of a snooze, though. But June, they took it up a notch. Now, I don't know if you've seen the other foil that looks just like this, but it looks amazing. All that blue is going to be glowing and the rest isn't, and it's just going to look totally sick. But yeah, Aether Hub, still an uncommon. Well, I mean, yeah, why would they change it? And still worth $2.50 a card on the most, competitive markets. So an uncommon that has persisted after, 3.5, 4 months? And it's still worth $2.50 a card. Yeah, people are still playing this. I mean, this is the energy land for the energy decks, no matter what colors you're playing. Plus, it's color fixing. This is huge. Plus, it works with the new elephant. I mean, this is just a solid card. People want it. I think this is going to be at least $5 in trade. The artwork has to swing that a little bit. It might even go higher. So, really an appropriate card. I mean, a very appropriate value. People will stick around and want this. I know people, when the promos are just nuts, like Path to Exile, they will go out of their way to attend FNM. It actually does work. So with this one being, sought after, people play it, and it has cash value, but it's not outrageous. It won't induce people into, cheating, which is unfortunately what I caught a lot of people doing around Path to Exile time. People were stacking their decks, hiding cards, slap cheating, just everything. I mean, you name it, they were trying to do it because they really wanted that, $12 card or whatever. I mean, come on, they're cheating like kids and crap. Plus, they're trying to cheat me, which everybody should have known with the other 50 times I caught other people cheating that maybe I'm not the one to try that with. I mean, I have 2015 plus vision, just for starters, and when I'm playing certain people, I'm watching 10 times closer. Not a good idea, and unfortunately, if you put too expensive a promo, that's what you get. You get people cheating. Also, you can have a shop owner lie about the quantities, say that Wizards changed their policy, they're only sending out 2 now, or oops, they never got that shipment, or they lost their WPN status, blah, 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 all these excuses, and then they throw them up on eBay because, with Paths, you could get 50 a set of 4? Yeah, $50. I mean, come on. Yeah, that'll pay, a good portion of the electric bill, especially if you do it 4 times. I think the players would start to suspect something, but, whatever. I've seen people do it. People, unfortunately, run entirely fake, gaming stores. They literally do not even hold tournaments, but they pretend to hold tournaments, fake score them with fake people and fake DCI numbers, and just keep all the WPN free stuff. Then they sell it, and, they usually use a P.O. box for a return address so that Wizards can't catch them. Sorry to break that news to you. I might make a whole video about it because those people are scumbags and they really piss me off. I mean, I'm sitting here not part of the WPN program, doing more to help the game and move product and make money for Wizards than those bottom feeders are. But no, give them even more free money. Let them sell 10 sealed from the vaults on eBay. So anyway, the promos being hyper expensive, that's another reason they don't want to hand over money to people like that. They only want them to be just good enough that people are interested and want them. They don't just completely write off the promo as complete garbage, like for example, Noose Constrictor. But they also don't want to, make a $20 card or some shady crap is going to start happening between the staff and the players, one or both. So that's my take on everything up to June. Can't wait for Aether Hub. Hopefully people are still playing it then. I feel like they almost have to be. It's that universal. But let me know which one's your favorite. Are there any that you just have to have already, or do you think they're all crap? So leave your comment down in the comment section, and I will see you guys next video.